Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, fellas and lady fellas, gents and lady gents, if you will. Now, I know last time I did say at the end of the video that we might head down into the Darkroot Basin. However, with this character build and the current weapons that I'm using, I don't necessarily feel comfortable going there. You will see that we have lost some souls and some humanity. Now, as I was going back to try to get to a bonfire so I could load it up there and show you guys how to get past the dragon, I was unfortunately invaded by somebody who had less than reputable means of performing actions in the game. Unfortunately, the online for Dark Souls is plagued by hackers and modders and things of that nature. So getting a good PvP experience these days has been absolutely ridiculous. And it doesn't happen as often as you'd like it to, unfortunately. So yes, we were invaded by a hacker and killed. Unfortunately, I wasn't rolling any footage at that time. So we're gonna have to live with those lost souls, as I went back to the spot to recover them and they were no longer there. So our next stop is gonna be, I believe we're just gonna head to, God, as much as I hate to say it, head to the depths and Blighttown and just get that out of the way as absolutely soon as possible. Because, like I have said before, Blighttown is an area in the game that is plagued with frame rate issues, especially if you're trying to record the game or handle a lot of processes such as recording audio, recording video, emulating a controller, and playing the game. Things of that nature. Now, when you have a lot of things open like that, the game usually will not stutter at all. It's a locked frame rate. Now the game, I don't know if we've discussed this, I think we've said it in a comment once, but the game, since it is a straight port, is actually locked in at 30 frames per second. So if you're getting any stutter whatsoever in your game, it's usually because you have frame resolution issues. I'm sorry, I just woke up, I can't speak, and I'm trying to do a lot of videos for you guys and get these done right off the bat. That way, we have a little bit more for everybody to watch, because I'm hoping that we get some people here that really want to see the videos, so get a lot of these done. But it's plagued with frame rate issues, and unfortunately, I know a lot of people that have done videos of the game, any sort of Let's Plays at all, have been they just dread going into Blighttown simply because of the issues there. Now, I don't think that we will have too much of a problem. Of course, you know, there's always the possibility, but I'm really not thinking that we will be too hard up to avoid it. Now, I will tell you right now that I am going down the back of Blighttown. I will not be doing the entire Blighttown, and I can't tell you for sure if I'm going to go ahead and do the entirety of the depths, simply because the depths is just annoying. It's also kind of plagued with frame rate issues. Not half as bad as Blighttown, however, it is just one of those annoying areas. Now, because I know there are some people out there that might like to see how it's done, where to go, what to do, I might do it just for that reason, but it's definitely not going to be something that I try to spend too much time on. And again, it's simply because it's not a great area for recording or for going about your business in general. It's not one of my favorite areas in the game. Even when I play normally, sometimes you get caught in some ridiculousness down there that you just don't want to be any part of. So hopefully, we will be able to go ahead and speed our way through the depths, because really the only reason you need to go to the depths at all is to help out one NPC. Now, on our way to the depths, we are going to fight one of the most dreaded bosses in the game, and I promise you, I will probably die at least once against this boss. Simply because he is ridiculous, and I've never gotten the opening to the fight down with him. So, for those of you who don't know who I'm talking about, it is the infamous Capra Demon. Just, good lord, one of the most horrendous boss fights ever. It's a very difficult creature. Later on, like the Taurus Demon, later on, this boss will become, well, it's more of a mini-boss in my opinion, but it does become a staple enemy in a later environment in the game, so I can't necessarily call him a boss. But What I can say is that he's a pain in the rear end, because you start in a very enclosed area, and I do mean very enclosed, and he has a very specific moveset that just makes it ridiculously hard to do anything around him, to maneuver, to fight him. Now, on top of that, he gets 2 of the little dogs with him, which just makes for a terrible time. Now, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, okay, if we come this way, God, and I hate to come this way, it's just, if you go the other way to get there, and I will show you the door I'm speaking of. There's a door right next to Solera of Astora that you use to get to the depths, and Lower Blighttown, all that good stuff. Now, you will eventually come back around, and this gate right there that we're looking at, you will open that from the other side, but unfortunately, even with the master key, it doesn't open from this side. I don't know why our hero here can't stick his darn hand through the bars and just open it like a regular person would, but unfortunately we're asking too much there. So, to get down there, we have to come all the way back, and it's going to be by just by the door by Solera, which means we got to come back through this area, fight everything all over again, which isn't too much of a chore, let's be honest, but it's not something that we want to spend a lot of time on for a video. However, I did say I didn't want to do a whole lot of off-screen stuff. It seems every time I try to get somewhere, just so we could skip a little bit of the travel time, since everybody will know where we're going already, it seems it just comes back to bite me in the ass. So I'm definitely going to just stop, like I said, I'm going to try to stop doing off-screen anything. No farming, none of that. I mean, really this game is not too terrible if you don't farm. It's not a game that punishes you for putting points in the wrong area. Of course, it can make it harder, but the game is not unbeatable if you misplace a point or two. I honestly think unless you put just all of your points into resistances because you just don't know what you're doing, then I really think you're not going to have too much of a hard time beating the game. It's not unbeatable for the sense of misplaced stat points. So really, I don't think I'm going to spend a lot of time grinding or doing anything like that, simply because it's just not worth it. There's nothing in the game that really prompts me to say, oh, you know, but I thought for sure that I needed to get more stat points. There's nothing there that really makes me uncomfortable to the point of needing to go out of my way to grind and level up and level up and level up. If anything, I will just need to improve my playstyle. Now, this is the door right here. Now, this is the bridge. There's the dragon. If you try to run back this way from that end of the bridge, the dragon will just continually... Oh, and Solera's gone. Alright, he will continually fly over and burn you. Now, a lot of times that's not a big problem, but most of the time, it can do a big chunk of damage to you. And if it does that, you might end up dying. So I just went the long way just to be safe, just so we could say that we weren't foolish about our choices. Lizard? I honestly don't know why that's rated. Is there a lizard around here? I don't think so. I think people are just ridiculous. Yeah, alright, well here we are anyhow. Bam, shortcut ahead. So come up these stairs, and then these stairs here. And welcome back to the Undead Burg. Here we are. Boom. Now, I believe... No, we did not. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and come over here and rest at this bonfire simply to... for lack of a better word, have a... Well, no, it's exactly for this reason. Just to have a closer save point for when I lose to the Capra Demon. I honestly don't know if you can riposte him. I'm not going to try. In all honesty, like I said, I'm not great at it. I've been practicing a little bit on another character, and I'm slowly getting to where I feel comfortable doing parries, ripostes, things of that nature. But as it stands, I am not 100%, as you can see there. See, I'm just... Like, see, I don't have the timing down for a lot of the attacks, but normal attacks I seem to do okay on. Let's see. Do I have... Okay, I don't necessarily need that. Now, if I have the wooden shield, I think I put it away. God, and of course, I'm gonna check the box. Alright, Let's put that in there. I don't need this right now. That could come in handy, but I'm not going to use it. Firebombs, curses, homeward bones, souls. For now, we're going to toss those away. Alright, bear with me, guys, simply because like I said in one of the very beginning episodes, I don't like having a lot of stuff in my inventory, and I do need to find the wooden shield real quick, because it has a higher defense rating than the shield we are currently using, and it will definitely be able to help us with the boss fight in blocking damage. Blocking damage is going to be a wondrous boon in this coming fight. I don't think I have anything here that... I was wrong. Alright, there we go. Alright, everything is better now, and we still have some time. Great. Alright, please let me equip the wooden shield and... Still light. Okay, works for me. That will help us just a little bit in the damage reduction area, especially on the upcoming boss. Like I said, it's just a pain in the ass to fight this boss, and I hate it. I don't know why on Earth it's not an optional boss. Probably because it is just so terrible. But hey, good news. We are eventually going to get past it. I might have to do a little montage like we did with Havel, but if we do, hey, stuff happens. Like I said, I will get past him. We are going to beat the game. I will not allow myself to... God, that was trashy. That was garbage. I can't believe that actually hit me through a wall. That is absolutely ridiculous. I am not happy with that at all. God damn it. Okay. Anyhow, little things like that ruin my day in Dark Souls simply because I like to think of myself as a fairly good player, and when things like that happen to toss you with just stupid damage, I don't like it, especially when it's completely avoidable. Alright. Plunging attack. Killed it. Alright. There should be one more dog here somewhere. And there it is down there. Alrighty. Welcome to the Lower Undeadburg. I hate this area simply because there's absolutely, you know what, there's nothing wrong with the area other than the fact that I just don't like being here. There are bigger, better areas to the game that I would rather be in that don't include this. Now, that's not the door. If we come to this door, we hear somebody asking for help. Now, I'm going to go ahead and skip that because I'm sure if you can read it, you'll just pause it. Now, you can open by using the residence key you purchased from the Undead Merchant. You cannot open the door with the master key. That's how it has always been. Now, if you roll into this barrel, I highly recommend that if you want this, you roll, you get the sorcerer's outfit. Now, if you don't roll and you start swinging your sword around and attacking, you might hit this guy, and you don't want to do that if you're a sorcerer. You don't want to do that if you want to learn sorceries, because he is an NPC. That, brilliant, you opened the door for me. I thought I might never escape. You're a wizard, Harry. Alright, now, if you actually get this guy, he will go back to Firelink Shrine and teach you sorceries. He is your express ticket to Hogwarts. Now, because he teaches you sorceries, like I said, you don't want to hurt him. You really don't want to do it. It's a bad idea. If you hurt him, you're gonna have a bad time. And this is just a terrible instance of an ambush. Oh my lord, excuse me. Especially because they just do a shit ton of damage with the fire sticks. Like I said, just a terrible area to be in. I hate it almost as much as anything. Oh yeah, take it. Alright, now, come down here. The reward, the payoff, the heist, if you will, is just great. Twin Humanities is definitely one of the better items in the game, in my opinion, especially when it comes to leveling up in a covenant that you feel you should level up in. I'm not going to tell you what covenant to join because they are all, like I say, they're all equally good because everybody has their own opinion. However, they are all good for something. Now, if your play style happens to be you know, you like invading a whole lot of people, hey, the Dark Wraith might just be for you. If you are a person who likes to think of upholding the law, you are a wholesome and good person, then the Dark Moon Blades are probably going to be right up your alley, going to be just your style. Alright, now I think these guys can riposte you as well. I don't want to don't quote me on that. I've never had them riposte me, but I have had them backstab me, so do your best to not let them get behind you. The daggers they use do build up bleed damage. And because they build up bleed damage, how that works is you don't just start bleeding and you do a little bit of damage over time, kind of like poison. No. What it does is as soon as the bleed meter is filled, as soon as it is filled, that means it goes from nothing to fully red. You lose instantaneously 75% of your max health bar. Yeah, it is a really shisty status ailment. I really don't like it whatsoever. And unfortunately, it will ruin your day if you get caught with it. Now, there is let's see if we can pull him over here. As you can see, there's a dog down there, but there's an ambush as well, and of course, we were just far enough to set it off. Got some bleed building up. I cannot speak. Ignore my English. Okay, apparently the dogs build up the bleed damage as well. Just everything down here makes you bleed, and it's terrible. You don't like it. It's a horrible place to be. Get out of here. I don't like you. You're not my friend. You will never be my friend. You're a terrible person. Go home. God, get out of here. I hate these things. Yes. God, take it, fatty. Good lord, I hate everything about Lower Undeadburg. Ugh. Alright. Now, if you die at the Capra Demon, unfortunately you get to make this trek all the way back down here again. It's terrible. There's nothing quite like, you know, sucking it and dying over and over again. Because, you know, especially if you're not used to fighting these things, having build bleed up on you. They really weren't joking when they said they were just going to make this game hard for no reason. You know, but we're going to step up to the challenge. We're going to beat it. We're going to prove that we are harder. Well, that might not be the correct word or usage of anything we want to say. We might not be harder, but we are definitely more prepared to take on the challenge. Yeah, I'll say that. Alrighty, unfortunately for the Capra Demon, which is just behind this door right here, door number 1, that is your prize, is the Capra Demon. Unfortunately, there is no good bonfire to come back to him. And you do need the key that he drops to go anywhere, unfortunately. So, if you die to him, there's no skipping him, as far as I'm aware. Actually, scratch that, reverse it. You might be able to skip him, simply because... Give me a second, let me ponder this real quick. We'll spend this last little minute pondering, because I'm running out of time, but I'm not quite there yet, and I know I don't have the time for a boss fight. Now, typically what you'll do is you'll come down here and you'll fight the Capra Demon, and you will come down this little stairwell here, make your way into the depths, I'm sorry. After you make your way into the depths, you will rescue Thinhelm, make your way down into Blighttown. I honestly think we can skip the Capra Demon. You know, I might actually try that out just to say we did, because he's a pain in the asshole. Now, as you can see, there is somebody waiting right there in the wings for us to walk through, so you can get a backstab on you. You know what? I think we're gonna do it. I think we're gonna try next episode to skip the Capra Demon. I'm trying to think of what is absolutely 100% necessary down in the depths other than an NPC. You fight the boss there, but it's an optional boss. I guess you get the key to Blighttown, but because we start with the master key, we get the key to the back door of Blighttown, which means we basically get to skip the entire area. Basically, you go down an elevator, or a series of elevators rather, and as soon as you're down those elevators, you fight the boss, and then you come back up, you ring the bell, you come back up, and you're done. You get to go to Sen's Fortress to... what is the word I'm looking for? To go ahead and start your journey to Anne Orlando. Now, here's the charcoal pine resin I mentioned in the last video, I believe, that if you want to go ahead and get this before you fight the gargoyle, you are more than welcome to do so. I will not stop you. And good news, everybody, if you come over here, that's right, we're Mario, we picked up a star, we are invincible right now. You can open this gate from this side only, and this is the gate that comes right up to the Berg, Undead Berg, and goes back down to the Firelink Shrine. One big circle area. Now, if you try to open this gate beforehand, which I did not do, I should have showed it off probably, but I didn't do it. If you try to do that, what happens is it just gives you this door cannot be opened from this side. Alrighty, but that is going to conclude the time that I have with this video. So without further ado, thank you for watching. I do truly appreciate it if you're watching and you're with us. Continue to watch if you're enjoying it. I just like to make people happy. I like to share the love of the game. So thank you for joining us, and we will see you next time on Dark Souls Prepare to Die. Y'all have a great one. Bye.